I decided to do something different today. I'm going to compare the iPhone 16 Pro Max versus the Galaxy S24 Ultra, but with a bit of a twist. I'm going to use the Pro camera as a reference to judge the quality of it. Every time the iPhone is better, it will get a point. The same goes for Samsung. I'm judging the photos and videos with Daria, and I'll focus more on which one has a closer look to Sony Alpha FX30. I'm shooting with a 60-50mm lens from Sony. I'm now putting the low aperture with the camera, which creates a nice shallow depth of field. To get the same effect on a smartphone, you should film in a cinematic mode on iPhone, which is called portrait video mode on Samsung. This one is tough to pick because video on Galaxy is more vivid and warmer than the actual white balance of the scene. However, the skin tone of the Galaxy is closer to the Sony. Therefore, I'm going to give Galaxy the first point here because the colors are closer to the ones on Sony. The Sony FX30 is a cinema camera, but you can take amazing pictures with it as the sensor is capable. Just looking at the picture, I prefer the shot on the iPhone. The artificial bokeh is much nicer, and Galaxy is too aggressive to cut Daria's hair. On top of that, the shot on Galaxy has too many lifted shadows. I give this one to the iPhone for a cleaner shot. In the next shot, the iPhone didn't do great on the left side of the picture, and the edges were too bright for some reason. They exposed the tree more with computational photography and made it brighter. The photos that Samsung took are more accurate, and I will give one to the Galaxy. In this shot with the 5x telephoto lens, both Galaxy and iPhone over-sharpened the image. I'm a bit hesitant here, but I will give this one to the iPhone, as the color of the sky is closer to Sony, and the Galaxy one is a bit oversaturated. It was a sunny day, and I took this video to see how the phones would handle the reflection on the building. The iPhone did a much better job of exposing the building. Galaxy was too overexposed, and the video on the iPhone is closer to the one on Sony. I will give this one to the iPhone, so the iPhone will now take the lead. I took a video from Daria using a 5x telephoto lens in normal mode. Both ones had a bit overexposure, but if I had to pick one, I would pick the iPhone since the Galaxy's white balance is too yellow. After the day shots, we went inside to take some indoor videos and photos. It is better to use the main lens in low light situations since the sensor size is larger. But here, I used a 5x telephoto lens instead. The video of Daria on Galaxy is darker, and on iPhone, it is exposed more. I see the colors of Daria's jacket and the book matches on Galaxy compared to the Sony, hence Galaxy gets this round. Here the blue of the map has a green tone. The Galaxy made the globe deep blue. The color is more accurate on the iPhone. Therefore, I give this one to the iPhone. We decided to then take the underground metro or U-Bahn as we call it, to Christmas market in the center of Vienna. Here, we have a similar observation. The iPhone is trying to overexpose the scene, and a lot of highlights are being clipped while the Galaxy keeps them. Therefore, this is an easy win for the Galaxy. Before going to night photos, I want to thank MagBak. You folks know that I buy the phones with my own money, and that's why the channel is unbiased. This would not be possible if companies like MagBak did not sponsor the videos. MagBak has produced high quality cases for years for iPhone 16 Pro Max and Galaxy S24 Ultra. The case you see here is MagBak Elite. This case is sick, and I love it. It has some crazy strong magnets on the back that would pop up when it is close to even uneven surfaces to glue your phone to it. There's even a screen protector in the box that fits perfectly into the edges of the case. You can then also detach the phone from the surface without any hassle. They also added a new grip to this version on the back that helps you hold your phone. All these funky red thingies you see are also customizable, and you can get a pack in any color you want and replace them or even remove them if you want. They also have magnetic cases for the S24 Ultra, which is fully compatible with the S Pen. You can use the code TECMO15 to get 15% off your purchase. Thank you MagBak for sponsoring this video and making these amazing cases. Vienna is super pretty with Christmas lights in the streets, and it was a good time to put phones to the test. The first thing that I decided to do was take a photo of these rather yellowish lights. I should admit that the photo of the Galaxy S24 Ultra is very disappointing. The colors are completely off. The iPhone has made a much better photo and it is an easy win. Here, you can see how different the photos can look with and without computational photography. The phones lifted the shadows of Daria's face. The photo on the Galaxy is much better though, both in terms of white balance and lighting. Here is the opposite. The Galaxy overexposed the picture a bit too much, and even though the iPhone picture has too much green, I feel there is also a better pop. I give this one to the iPhone. We even took a selfie with the giant camera. I prefer the pictures on the Galaxy here too. The iPhone's white balance is too green and my face looks a bit blurry. In this with 5x telephoto lens, the iPhone video is rather disappointing. The Galaxy video visibly made a better color match, and the lights are not blurry like the iPhone's. I decided to go to a fancy shop at night to take some indoor videos. Here, the colors on the iPhone are similar to those of the Sony, and overall, the video also looks better. iPhone takes the lead again. For this video, I increased the camera's ISO, and the footage looks a bit noisy because of that. The iPhone video has an annoying green dot in the middle and is a tad overexposed, but is not noisy since phones do heavy denoising. The footage of the Galaxy is closer to the camera, and there is no annoying green dot. Galaxy takes this one. Another zoom video and another easy win for the Galaxy. Even though neither of them really got the orange tone of the dome right, the one on the Galaxy is still closer to reality, so it's an easy win for Galaxy. Here the videos are similar, but the iPhone has this green dot floating around, which deserves a negative point. Also, thanks to the lady for passing the vibe check and saying hi to the camera. What I don't like about both is how overexposed everything is at night. We went inside again to have some Persian food. Here, the colors on Sony match the ones on the Galaxy better. The lights indoors were yellow, so the colors were warmer. Another win for the Galaxy. I took a video of Daria indoors with Sony cameras. The colors match very well with what I was seeing at the moment, since I also use a gray card to set the white balance. The Galaxy colors are a bit too yellow and saturated. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just noticeable. The iPhone colors that came out of the camera are a bit better, but Daria is now too pale, and the scene is overexposed. iPhone has something the Galaxy does not, and that's log, where you can color grade your footage. Here I'm color grading it with a lot to give the footage a retro vibe. The skin tone is now more accurate, and I'm sure others can do a better job in color grading it. I will give 1 point to the iPhone for having log capability. It was a full moon, and it was shining all over the sky. This is a prime example of how terrible the green dot on iPhone is. The Galaxy also did a classic making the sky purple move, but it still produced a better video, hence another win for the Galaxy. Now Galaxy is on a good lead. I took this picture of the moon, and I'm gonna do something controversial here. The photos of the Galaxy is AI generated, and frankly, this is not okay. I'd rather have a crappy picture that I took myself than some AI BS. I gave this one to the iPhone. Here the iPhone did a better job of exposing everything right. At the same time, the photos on the Galaxy are overexposed and lack a proper balance to capture the mood, especially compared to the camera. I give this one to the iPhone. One thing about the Galaxy is that it has a 3x telephoto lens, but the iPhone only has 5, and anything between 1 and 5x is going to be a challenge. Here, I took a video with 3x zoom, and the Galaxy did visibly better. There are no green dots on the screen, and the video is rather nice looking, hence a win for Galaxy. In this picture, the colors on the iPhone are more accurate, especially the sign on the tram, which has a more similar green tone. The photo of the Galaxy has too many lifted shadows. Before going home, I took a video of this train. If you look at the pavement, the Galaxy white balance is closer to the camera. The iPhone makes the lights a bit cold, even though the lights are more yellowish. I feel I'm going to be accused of hating the iPhone, but I'll give another one to the Galaxy. I took all the videos during the day with the camera with an ND filter on. It is one of the reasons that the videos look much nicer on the camera than the phones. But you can also install an ND filter on your phone. Here, I took the video using the Sony camera. And here I'm using an ND filter on the phones to have a proper shutter speed. The video on the Galaxy is much more similar to the one on the Sony camera we just saw, but both videos looks great. I will give this one to the Galaxy. In total, Galaxy won 15-12. To be honest with you, I did not expect this result at all. In short, during daylight, they were on par, but during the night, the iPhone has the green dot issue that can easily ruin some shots. Also, Galaxy does a better job with the telephoto lens. On the other hand, the colors on the iPhone are more consistent, and the Galaxy oversaturates sometimes. If you enjoyed this video, I did a full review on how to use ND and anamorphic lenses on iPhone 16 Pro Max and Galaxy S24 Ultra, which you can watch next. Thanks for tuning in to TechMo, and I will see you in the next one.